We've been tasked with building a space colony on a new planet. Our goals are to survive, thrive, and defend ourselves, and we're gonna be doing that via automation. We have just touched down on Sirius B3, an Earth-like celestial body in the Sirius system, which I think is like after Alpha Centauri is the next closest to Earth. We've got 5 brave heroes here, all brave pioneers on this brand new planet. And look at all of these resources: granite, copper, coal, and this lucrum 115, the most valuable resource in the known galaxy. Let's go ahead and take the roof off this bad boy, and you can see inside of our ship that's acting as a bit of a storage bay right now. So the first thing we need to do is build a workbench, and we're going to want to put it near the ship. We're not planning on taking this thing off anytime soon, but we will have to prepare ourselves for other spaceships to come down and say hi and trade with us. Now from here, what we're going to want to do is build a furnace, and then we're going to want to find our resources that we're going after. Now there's some trees right on top of this coal deposit that we're going to need, so I'm just going to have my crew here start chopping them down. This game is all about resource management, resource exploitation, and ultimately automation. So where are we going to put the first furnace? I like to put it sort of close to where the copper's going to be. And we'll put it up over there. And there she is. Now you'll notice that this is an entirely voxel-based both world, and then everything in it is voxel-based. We've got a lucrum miner, but we're not going to want to put that down just yet. So we're going to want to figure out how can we craft our first small mining drill. We're actually going to need some copper ingots. So we'll queue that up. We'll get this guy on producing copper ingots, but here's the issue. We don't have any copper. Don't worry, we're about to get some. So we'll have some people start mining for it, then converting the raw ore into ingots, and then we'll be able to build a drill and start automating this process. Now one of the things we can do is change the order of importance of these things. So we'll just make sure everybody's mining copper. Now it's going to be put into here, and we actually are missing a little bit of fuel, so let's go ahead and get some. So Hikaru here is headed over to the coal, which is on this giant hill. Now eventually I would imagine we're going to just kind of like surface mine this place, which is sort of sad, you know, in some regard, you know, that we're getting rid of these plants, but like this is going to be the center part of our budding space colony, our civilization in the stars. So I want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Dawn Apart for sponsoring today's video. You can find out more about the game and get it for yourself using the link in the description below, and remember that it's out July 14th. So check it out. And now that it's powered, it's creating some of our ingots. We're gonna need a basic like area where these people are gonna be living, and I'm thinking like maybe over here could be nice, because eventually this is gonna be quite a big mining operation. But we've got a toilet, which we're just gonna put like, you know, right in these reeds, I guess, so they can like have a little bit of privacy. This is their food station, Mr. Soylent. And then we're gonna want a sink, which we'll put it, I guess, next to the food station. Ooh, and we do have a small mining drill. So one of the things we can do is clear these orders for the mining, and we will install this drill. And that looks like a pretty decent spot for it. Now the next thing we're gonna want is the carpenter's bench. And look at this. This is what the automated drilling looks like. It's pretty cool. You can kind of see like where it's tracking. And over time, this is going to like drill a giant rectangle deep, deep down into the surface of Sirius B3 here. So Shige was just in the reeds using the bathroom. Toshiro was using the sink. And now we have our carpenter's bench. And once we get that set up, we can get some beds in production. Now, orders from on high are saying start mining the good stuff. So we have a very specific mining rig for the lucrum. And this thing is massive. Much bigger than a small drill. But since we basically get to use the beauty of 3D printing, check this out. So it's a laser. And once this thing is powered, it'll start popping out the lucrum ore. And I tell you what, spaceships are going to be coming from all around to get this stuff. It is that valuable. So we've got our first 2 beds, and we'll just put them right over here. Eventually we'll have like a little bit of a house, but we don't have that just yet. Now it's time. We need to build a spaceport. Now fortunately we came equipped with one, but we have to find the right spot. We're gonna need a flat landing pad, and I guess I could level this area out right here. And that's quite a big area.
12 seconds later.
So the process of them physically leveling out like this elevated terrain here is pretty cool. You just see like the little voxels dip down. So certain things, if you wanted to level them out, would take quite a bit of time, at least like if you're just using your hands and not even shovels like Hikaru and Toshiro are using right now. So we canceled some orders so this could get done a little bit faster. And there we go. Now we can put in the spaceport. So we got our first trade request. They're asking for 200 copper ingot. Now if we do that, we'll get a shotgun, an industrial cutter, a lot of conveyor belts, and red soylent. So we definitely want that. Because if you look at our crew right now, everyone's armed with like a simple pistol. It's not going to do a lot of damage, especially to all of like the nasty little critters that might be, you know, inhabiting Sirius B3 here. So right now, we've got to get our copper mining operation up and running. Now, where is our steel? Iron is over here, okay. And if we wanted to build a new miner, oh, we can build 5 of them because they just use copper. Okay, let's get 3 of these things going because then we'll just like automate mining the coal and the iron, and we could even get more copper going if we wanted to. Because eventually we're going to get some conveyor belts going and things are going to get crazy around here. And it's going to be awesome. So we've got 2 mining drills ready right now. Well, this is interesting. Dealing with the elevated terrain. Going to have to build like a platform of sorts. Well, let's see what that's all about. Blocked by obstacle? Well, let's get rid of this obstacle. That's a lot of stuff to chop down, but it's right on top of our iron. So here it is. The drill is just plopping out coal. A little unceremoniously, but it is working. Now, the first ship is going to arrive in 5 hours and 37 minutes, but in-game time. And they are looking for... Oh, look at this. That's cool. So here's our little landing pad. We're making pretty good progress on clearing out the iron nodes here. Maybe one day we'll drill a tunnel right through this. But today is not that day. There's just something so charming about these little automation games. So we're going to have our drill going up on this iron. We've got it on the coal and the copper and the lucrum. The only thing we don't have right now is granite, but I think that's okay. But with that going, everyone's just going to be hopping around gathering these resources and keeping them in operation. So let's give someone, or maybe 2 people, high craft priority so that we can always be producing these copper ingots. Because right now we have 153 and we're going to need 200. Because the spaceship is coming. Right, I totally forgot about our little toilet over here in the reeds. So it's like a ship's gonna land. Like, wait, what is that? Classic Jurassic Park line where it's like, when you gotta go, man. Ooh, we got even more coal over here. I'm not sure what this is. There's a lot of stuff that we don't even really know just yet. But there are copper reserves everywhere. Oh, and look at this beautiful. This is like the planet of Felucia. Oh man, I love the little physics. This is from a tree that just got felled on the top of this hill. I wanted to clear it out so I had just like a better view of where all of our industrial processes are going to be going in. What's really cool though is if we complete this copper one, we get rewards, right? But look, oh, hold on. T41, okay, you hear those noises? A ship has just entered not only orbit, but the atmosphere, and it's about to make landfall right here on our humble little landing pad. And this is one of the coolest animations that I've seen in the game so far, is when a ship lands. You hear it? You hear that fire? Hey, there it is! All right, so he's made a little circle on the pass, and now he's coming back down. And voila! Big Daddy is here, and Big Daddy's hungry for copper. So, speaking of which, how much do we have? 171. I guess I've had my people chopping down wood, but that's fine. He can hang out here for as long as 5 days. Now, we're not going to need that amount of time, but right after he's gone, we're going to have the lucrum ore ship coming down and landing. And if we get that, get this, we go from a colony of 5 to 6. And not only that, but we get a chemistry lab. So these rewards are extremely important in the early days of your space colony. All right, here we go, Ryota. Put that in there, get this thing going. Yes, get those copper ingots. We have 217. Okay, so what we can do now is just haul. Let's go ahead and get 200 and haul to the spaceport. All right, everyone's coming back with resources. There's Shigeo and Toshiro with the 200. They get counted up, and this spaceship is going to be super happy. And as a result, we're going to get our bounty of the shotgun, and then the ship closes its landing dock and just dips right on out. Straight out atmosphere, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to another planet within the Sirius system, Alpha Centauri, or maybe even our little system of Sol, which is light years away, but who knows? Or maybe he's just like hauling between. Oh, look at all this good stuff. We got conveyor belts. Heck yes. Okay, so what we're gonna need to do, output is blocked. Why is the output blocked? Oh, maybe it was placed a little bit down, but there is just 100 ore waiting for us. And now that we have that, we might want to switch this or just create another one. How would we create another furnace? We would need granite? We need granite to build a furnace? Interesting. Okay, well, I think we've got an extra drill, so we might as well just like get this thing popping over here. Oh, and we've got complete trade for copper plates and steel ingots. So are we gonna get a new crew member? No, but we get like a pretty powerful looking submachine gun, a punch press, and then some red soylent for what looks like steel ingots, and the next level up for copper, turning those copper ingots into copper plates. So that is gonna need some absolute automation in order for us to meet these demands within the time frames. But in theory, we could clear this out and have 2 landing pads at some point. Then that would allow multiple ships to land, especially if we're automating stuff and just like pumping out these resources. So granite is getting going. I would like another furnace. Wait a minute. Do you have to create the little... No, you don't. Okay, good. So we should have the granite. Used to make granite stacks. What is that? I'm not seeing that anywhere. It wouldn't be in the carpenter's bench, right? No. Stone masonry. Okay, we're gonna need one of those. That's how we get the granite chunks to build more furnaces. Now, one thing I am kind of digging right now is Mr. Soylent just feeds my people and I don't have to maintain it. I get to focus on all the other resources. I need someone to haul this. So who do we have on haul duty? Shigeo. Got it. Oh, Toshiro's like, you know what? I got it. Now, what is interesting is the Lucrum Miner is sort of on full stop due to lack of fuel. I guess maintenance is important, and we're gonna get Toshiro on maintenance because I would imagine that like fueling is maintenance. Ooh, but we do have 200, over 200 Lucrum. So what we're gonna do here is haul 200 of it to the spaceship. And we got our stone masonry place, so let's get that into action. People keep asking for a shower, but I'm pretty sure we don't have that. All we have is this measly little sink. And the spaceport has the Lucrum, so we're ready to go there. This order will be completed, and we're gonna go from 5 to 6 crew people. Go ahead and accept that quest, and then the ship will land. We should have done that a little bit ago, but it's not a big deal. We're gonna be on this planet for a very, very long time. This is our purpose in life. So we've got quotas and trade requests. I feel like once we get the 6th person, we'll be able to go up a little bit, and we get our first conveyors, get the 2nd spaceport going. But I think this just blew away. Please haul this into safety. But the controls are pretty easy to understand. I think I've got a decent command of the game. Now, what's interesting, though, is we can't craft copper plate or steel ingots. Well, we can't craft copper plates, but we can make steel ingots. Let's go ahead and make some of those. So if we want to get our conveyor belts going, we're going to need this piece, the feeders. And for that, we're going to need steel ingots and copper plates. And they can be made, ooh, in a red assembler. That's kind of cool. That requires quite a few resources. And here's our industrial cutter. Now, we're going to be doing stuff with iron and copper, so it might make sense to just put it up here. And then eventually level this area out. Now, if I did want to make a spaceport, how would I do that? Oh, here we go. Another ship's coming down. I love the sound effects. Ooh, it's going to be coming down at dusk. So we got 18 seconds till this thing lands. And there it is. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. All right. So now it should just immediately start loading up the Lucrum, and we can accept this deal. It says it's occupied by this guy, but he's about to take off. And see you later. Thanks for the goods, including the new person. Now here, we'll go ahead and accept that. And then it's gonna start landing in about like 5 in-game hours, but we still have the, you know, almost 5 days to complete the trade. Now it's saying the output block, and I think it's because like there's already ore just stuck there. Learning the ins and outs of how to like really automate and make things efficient is gonna be absolutely key. But I should be able to get another furnace. Yeah, there we go. Once we get the 20, we'll get another furnace, which will help us build some of the more important things. Now, I'm thinking we'll need to, like, I wonder which one will be more important to get going. Getting the coal and then giving it to the furnaces. Oh, and we've got another 400. Two more people. Yes, please. The more people, the more stuff we can do. So looking at how automation works, we need our feeders up, right? And I can build some now? Yes. All right, we're gonna want, I think, at least 2. All right, we got another ship coming. And this one needs the plate and ingot. The new ship has arrived. Now, this one's going for the copper and the steel, of which we haven't started producing it just yet. So we got our steel ingots. We got about 100 of them. Send them to the spaceport. Then all we got to do is finish off the copper plates, which we're almost there. Then this trade ship can depart, and we can head for the one we really want, which is the quota of lucrum, so that we get more people. That's going to send us into, like, the next level of efficiency. Because right now, there is no automation. It's all manual. What happened to you, Ryota? You get blasted by something? I think one of the things we probably don't need running right now is granite. Yeah, we've got 350 of it, so what we're gonna do is actually uninstall this bad boy and just have it stop, so then people don't have to come down here. And that's one less thing for our people to worry about. Oh, look at this. We've got a mining pickaxe still here. Clear the orders for mining. We don't need anyone manually mining when we have a drill. That's hilarious. Short bit of oversight. And this is exactly what we need. Haul all these 30 plates here, and we're off to the races. Our first bit of trade will get the punch press, which will help us make some copper and steel gears, some pretty advanced stuff. And then what we can do is accept this steel, and they're gonna start their lighting process in about 5 in-game hours. So with that out of the way, I do have my feeders. I think it's time. So we'll uninstall these, and what we need to do is start figuring out our automation. Because ultimately, I'm pretty sure we've got the lucrum in the bag. Oh my gosh, do we? 260, we need 140. And we're leveling out this because I want to start putting my conveyor belts here. So this is where we're going to be getting iron, copper. I actually think I might need to uninstall this and move it up one. Another ship coming to touch down, and this one wants the lucrum, which we'll be able to give them. But then the steel gears and the steel plates, we are not ready for that. Not yet. But we are going to get Mio and Katsuo here, plus a shotgun. So it's gonna land, and almost near instantaneously, it's going to fill up with its, ooh, the beetle. Is this the ship that is it the same ship? That's what I'm curious about. If the quota ship is the same as the trade ship or not. But I cannot wait to go up, because right now, we've got quite the crew, but 2 more people are just gonna make quick work. So there's Mio, and Katsuo right here is like, hey, what do I do? Get to work, Katsuo. So I'm a little bit nervous. It's like, what if we did this all wrong? Well, let's see. Okay, so the iron is coming down the basic conveyor belt. The one thing we don't have is it automatically fueled, but the small drills don't require fuel, interestingly enough. I think the only thing that requires fuel is the furnaces. So what we could do is put like one here and then one feeder. Okay, and that'll work. And now we want this one to do what? Steel plates. So we'll change your recipe to iron. And then from there, we need the machine make steel gears. Do I need to make steel plates first? Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna need steel plates, so what we could do. And once you're finished, now it's right next to like the nose of my ship, but you know what? It is what it is. For now, we can always replace this. And so then will you automatically start pumping these things out? And then we could put a conveyor belt to like capture this. But right now we'll just do it via manual. And then what we need is more of these things. Yeah, this whole area needs to be moved, doesn't it? Because I'm not sure how to turn conveyor belts just yet. Yeah, it's working. Oh my gosh, I feel awesome right now. Oh, whoa! You can make corners. Okay, sweet. All right, so you are gonna be collecting the copper. So we'll get you on copper. You're missing a little bit of fuel, but that's no problem, no problem. And you're gonna make copper plates, but we're gonna need another machine that makes those. We're gonna need an industrial cutter. All right, we've got our first conveyor belt. This is massive. Quota of 1,000 lucrum. Okay, so one of the things we might want to do is just have a conveyor belt be picking up the lucrum. And what I need to know is if I can just put it into storage. Because if that's the case, I can keep this thing running. And we do have 16 conveyor belts left. Or do we just have it go straight down here? Whoa, 2 million blocked by obstacle. Chop the trees down. We're Sarumaning this. Industrialization on a mass scale. Mio, what are you doing on the conveyor belt, bud? Oh, the toilet. How do we gotta uninstall that and then reinstall that? I forgot that that was our little bathroom. We'll find another spot for it. Maybe over here for now. Okay. Now I do have to put the toilet down or people are gonna start getting mad. Once the toilet is out of the way, that should be good, and then I should be able to put one of these. So now it's gonna pick up, I'm hoping it's gonna pick up the lucrum and just put it straight into the spaceport. So then we'll always be able to meet our quotas. Yes! Okay, it's working. Fantastic. So we are good on our quotas for that. Have we accepted this? We have accepted this, but not first. I want to accept the 1,000 lucrum, I think. Spaceport cannot fit? Spaceport needs to be a 3x3? Okay. Now I need another industrial cutter. And then I just need these pumping straight into the stockpile, maybe? All right, what do we need you to be doing? You're doing copper, so we need you on copper plates. Oh, here we go. Looks like I can increase here, here, here. That's a 5x4, 5x5. Excellent. Okay, now we can accept it. Easy. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So that one's gonna come down first, and it needs 1,000 lucrum, of which we're getting there. And we're working on a secondary space platform down here. But I don't think it would share the same sort of like distribution network. Either way though, we're able to accommodate it. I don't think we really need the 2 pads just yet. What's up with you, lucrum? You're out of fuel. We need to keep you fueled. How do I craft more conveyor belts? Actually, we'll cancel the conveyor belts right now. We need to get this first order of steel gear and steel plates. Is there any coal over here? Not that we've seen. The only coal deposit that we know of is right here and over there. So we're short on coal, so I've started up another one. And here comes the Ludum quota ship, but we're maybe like 2/3 to 3/4 of the way there on what they want of 1,000. And we're gonna need our toilet back. Where to put it? Put it right here for now. Whoa, this ship is big. This looks like our ship. That's awesome. So how much more do we need? A lot more. And this thing isn't producing because it's out of fuel. So let's haul about half this coal to here. And then that should fill it up and get this thing going. So we only got, that's actually decent. About 3/4, and now we've got this thing going. So this should be filled up in no time. And by no time, I mean, it's gonna be a while, but it's okay. I think I need another furnace, and then I'm gonna need another industrial cutter. And then we got the punch press, and this thing's gonna make my steel gears. So it's gonna come over here. And maybe what we could do is just have the coal all be put into a stockpile. We still gotta experiment with that. So maybe we will use one of our few. I got 3. Yeah, it's blocked by obstacle, aka our ship. I don't know if I can destroy it or not. All right, Mio, build the pieces that we need, bud. Because it doesn't just like take from the conveyor belt and immediately put it into something like, you know, a storage department. So does this work? It does. I'm pretty sure it does. So this should pick up, oh yes, automated stockpiles. Excellent. Okay, and tick by tick, we're filling up the Moneyham. Moneyham, I like that name, the Moneyham. So I do have my furnace. I'm gonna put it right over here. And from the furnace, I think I need an industrial cutter. And then from the industrial cutter, I need a punching press. Oh my gosh, this is big. Holy biscuits, that thing's big. All right, so you are gonna be on steel. And you, from the steel, are gonna make steel plate. And then you, please tell me I don't need crafty stuff. Oh, it just needs steel ingots. Okay, so that I can actually take out the cutter then. So we'll uninstall that and reorient this thing. Read the instructions before you do it. All right, once this thing's done, we're gonna change your recipe to steel gears. And then I can conveyor belt right into storage. There we go. Excellent. Now here we got, oh, another spaceport and Fumihito with the SMG. I haven't noticed any like, you know, angry flora and fauna that we're gonna need guns for, but someone is running around with a little bit lower health, so I don't know what we encountered out there. But this big ship that requires a 5x5 landing pad is about to take off. It says 5x5, but like, look, it definitely goes over. So I don't know how big we want our landing area to be and how close we want it to be to the next one, but we're gonna have that option. So I need 150 steel gear and 150 steel plates. We're at 136. Now a chemical lab is gonna make what? Okay, solvents. And there's the big guy taking off right now. Awesome. So now it's time. Oh my gosh. All of these are now requesting to use like their big ships. It's a 3x3, but I think we can't accept it because our landing field is too big now? That's interesting. But I did just get a new spaceport, so. All right, so we just set up the new one here. And we've got 82 out of 150 steel. It's like, what, 70 something? Oh, shoot. We're running out of steel. We might need another drill for the, for iron. All right, so now can we accept this? Yeah. All right. So I guess you can't have just like a big landing pad. You need that one specifically. So is this a 5x5 or is it? It's an 8x8? Good night. Now we need an 8x8. I don't know if I should have put this one here. That's this big. That is this big. And it's gonna require 2,000 lucrum? Oh, fortunately we have like 10 days to complete this one. Now, I need more crew. So which of these deals is gonna get me more crew? Probably the quota one. Oh yeah, 2 new people with some pretty advanced weaponry. Now, hopefully the ships won't blow each other up if they land right next to each other, but yes, we are going to find out. So right now, I think what we need to do is stop this one's process. Change recipe to nothing. There we go. So we're shutting it off, so now all the iron ore is going to come way over here where it needs to go. Excellent. That will keep production of these gears going. So needless to say, we're going to need a lot more nodes and a lot more drills to really keep up with these, like, ramping up quotas. I wonder how you can make a lucrum miner even more efficient. Because 2,000 is a steep order. We're only about 10% there. Well, I mean, a little over 10%. All right, where is it? Oh, it's the little one. Okay, this guy's coming in, and I actually need... Oh, wait, I can... 1, 2. Now we just need to go boom, boom, boom. And this guy's an 8x8 spaceport, which is pretty nuts. So now we can accept this deal. All right, here's our little friend. It says it's occupied, though. Oh, there we go. Accept. So the Big Daddy's gonna be landing. I have no idea what to expect from a ship of this magnitude. Like a Star Destroyer? What do we got? And then we're gonna have to finish up getting all of the gears because we're only at 54. Oh man, it's just not enough. We got about 3 days to do it. So we could uninstall both of these and repurpose them over here. Oh yeah, I also want to get that then. So I'll get a furnace and I need another punch press, which I think would just be good to have anyway. But can we produce it? It needs copper. Oh, we don't have the granite actually. So it should be able to be easily fixed. There we go. Nice. Well, I feel like this is a really fun and intuitive way to have like progression in an automation game by just having like these passing trade ships and quota ships like just increasingly demanding more and more, so we learn how to like tech up that way. It's quite satisfying. And we just need 34 gears, which we're getting there. And now we got it. Just gotta make sure it's facing the right way. Wait, is this the big guy? The big guy's coming. And it's just like, all right, where is it? Zoom out, because we've seen a ship that fills a 5x5 pad. This is an 8x8. And we actually have another ship on the platform here. So in about 20-ish seconds, this thing is going to make its appearance. And I'm very curious to see how big this thing is. Oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Whoa. So this is like vertical. Good night. And it's just gonna eat up all of the lucrum we've ever produced and still be hungry for more. KSSSS Barrios. Jeez, this thing is massive. This thing's probably going all the way back to like the Sol system. All right, so is this working here? Do we have the 34 that we need? Wow, that jumped up. And then this guy's gonna get everything he needs and he can take off. In which case we are gonna get an industrial crimper and some more red solvent, which I think is a fuel source. All right, he's taking off and he's out of here. Luckily, I mean, he hasn't crashed into this thing yet. Oh, wait a minute. That's okay. Well, now we know. I guess one thing that's abundantly clear is we're gonna need to find another source of lucrum, because it's quite a lucrative resource to go after. I guess I could always look into seeing how we build another one, but I really want more people. We're gonna need more houses eventually. Do we have a lot of wood? I guess I can change this guy's recipe now to, what do we got? Copper rods? Copper rods could be good. One of these switching over to copper, so let's go ahead and, because we know that it's gonna be in demand, right? So we'll change you, change to copper. And then you should just be producing. Look at how many people are maintaining this just like growing industrial machine. And there we go. Our first one's done. Can I don't know if I can even make a lucrum mine. I don't think I have the recipe. Advanced workbench. Okay, we're gonna need one of these. I can make quite a few of these. And then I'm gonna want a bunch of conveyor belts. Wait a minute, how much coal is this thing actually pumping out anymore? Because it doesn't look like there's much coal left where it is mining. We might be running low. So our advanced workbench, what can we do here? Regeneration pod heals the user while suspended in a nice goo. Okay, and that just that's sort of like a back to tank. Okay, steel and copper. Small signs, simple circuit boards, wire drawing machine, a small chemical processor, lucrum smelter. Smelts lucrum 150 ores to lucrum ingot. We know we're gonna need that soon, but it requires green solvent. Yikes. But all we need is a little more granite. We can't take it for granite though, but we do have enough of it. A blessing in the skies. I don't think this thing's producing anymore. Not really. There's not a lot left. It's funny how we don't have any more ships that want to do any trades yet. We might not get it till after the quota. Now, one issue we have is no one's producing just regular copper anymore. Copper production is slowing down. Having to completely like redo your vastly intricate infrastructure and finding new mining deposits is going to prove a little bit difficult, I think. I think we're gonna need a splitter. Do I even have splitters yet? There's the splitter in the advanced workbench. Wow, we need steel something. I don't even know what that is. That's some advanced stuff, man. This is a really good deposit of iron, but maybe it's just because it hasn't gone all the way down since we shifted it. We're gonna have to shift our copper. So we'll uninstall it, and now how to get this thing back? We'll probably have to get pretty creative here with our conveyor belts, of which I do have 9 pieces. So we'll go right here. We're gonna uninstall here and here. And there we go. Boom. Easy reroute. Now this thing is gonna be producing, I think, a fair amount of copper, because we were pretty much done with that. Yeah. Industrialization. Look at it. The copper is in such high demand, people are running and grabbing it off the line. Wait, what's going on here? Okay, let's, all right, I think we might be running out. I think we need to cut down this cutter. That'll help me get more storage. Our coal is pretty much just like, yeah, we do have a ton of coal, though, in storage. Like, tons of it. About 1,000 of it. So this isn't gonna stop anything for too long. And we've got a nice coal deposit over here. We got 2 more beds because people need their sleep. Eventually we'll put these in a house, but we don't have the time for it. And I need some places to store coal, so we're just using the spaceport right now. Curious why this copper ingot isn't getting picked up. It's being manually put in. We have some kind of a malfunction. When seemingly this isn't having a malfunction, and we're asking for it. Try this again. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Not yet. There we go, now it's working. We just had to turn it off and on again. No problem. Now, I'm gonna be able to get the ingredients for more storage space. Oh, I need steel plates as well? Are we even manufacturing? Yeah, we got plenty of steel plates. Good. I want more copper. So we're gonna start chopping down all these beautiful trees. Flora, fauna, gone. The fauna. Flora. It's the flora. Whoa, what's this? Some weird looking stuff over here. Oh, there's a desert biome. And look at all this copper. But we'll drill a path through here. And we're finally making more storage, which we definitely need, because we are running out. All right, so I guess one of the things we could do is just plant these industrial cutters and give some people some shotguns, and that would remove some space. All right, 2 new storage bays. Now what's going on in the chemistry lab, conveniently located near the toilet? We can make red solvent. Red solvent uses copper plates. Oh. Wow, these things use some pretty advanced materials. A cement plant makes things somehow concrete. Oh, and this is the one that makes the green stuff, which we're gonna need if we wanna produce lucrum ore, or lucrum ingots from our lucrum ore, which I would imagine is probably the next thing that they want. But I feel like once we launch this thing into space, like look at how big this thing is. This is like, is this an extra solar vehicle? Like something that can exit a solar system? Even still, this guy's not producing enough. Okay, got an extra drill, 2 of them. And we're gonna put it on this side and then run some conveyor belts all the way down here to connect. But we will probably need a splitter, or he's gonna have to link up here. Uh-oh, I accidentally put it in a mining order. There we go. Orders cleared. Man, we are pumping out a lot of these copper rods. I feel like I have to level this entire area. Yeah, this is the gatekeeper. To get more ships want to trade, you have to finish the quota orders. So we'll probably want a cement plant and an industrial crimper, a lucrum smelter, and the small chemical processor. And we'll just get those queued up and have them handy for when we want them. That being said, where are we gonna store them? I guess we have plenty of storage right here. And we always have the spaceports. We have a drill and we have some coal. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, once I placed a coal mining drill, I got the next order. I'm not sure if correlation is causation, and he needs a 3x3 grid, so that's not occupied. We'll accept that. Just needs 200 red solvent. Oh, no, he needs 200 copper rods. That's easy. We can do that right now. Pretty sure we have those resources already. So we accepted it. It's gonna take about 8 hours to land, and we need just 200 copper rods. Now, what do we get from that? Please, more crew. Okay, just some shotguns and red solvent. The quotas get you the crew members. All right, so from here, we'll want to connect this conveyor belt of coal all the way back to the base. And, oh, here it is. Big Daddy's flying back to space. We did it. Just got 2 new people, and this intrasolar rocket, that's how I'm going to imagine it is taking off for Earth with all of our lucrum, the most expensive and valuable resource in the known galaxy. That is awesome. Okay, so once that's done, we definitely are probably gonna want to make queue up some wood, and we could make like a little house. Traditional soft mats. That'd be a nice floor. Let's make a little wood floor of, I don't know, 20. And by that I mean 30. We got the people now. Lucrum ingots. Okay, so what do we get from this? 2 new crew members, and we've got a brand new, oh, what is that? But our 3x3 is occupied. We can accept it on our 8x8 though. So that's kind of cool. I don't know how big they get, but seemingly 8x8. So we're gonna need incrum ingots to come in here. So what we're gonna need to do is uninstall these 3 pieces and put it over here. I believe I crafted one. There it is. The incrum smelter, holy biscuits. This thing is big. All right, so he puts it out there. So I think I can do this. We need the inflow, and your recipe is, oh, you need green solvent. Man. All right, well, we don't have any of that yet. That was the thing I wanted to make. And both these ships are actually gonna be arriving within seconds of each other, which will be pretty exciting. Yeah, I guess this thing's output is blocked right now. We don't want that. So we'll keep storing it for now, just to keep the mine going. And they call it a mine. Now I think I need steel plates. Can we change the recipe? No. We do have the iron, although we're getting low. Oh, here they come. All right, 2 ships entering our humble abode. Now they're both 3x3s. So I'm curious if they're gonna be the same type of a ship. There's the one, and where's the other one? Hey, all right, so it's the same type of ship. Sort of just like a cargo hauler to get out of atmosphere. The Beetle, and what are you? The Meg. Okay, so Meg's is gonna be able to like get what they need and dip out right away. This one's gonna be here for a few days. Although we put it on the big pad. That might come back to bite us. But we can always clear out this area and make a giant pad if need be. So he's out of here and we got some new stuff. Make steel, and you're gonna make plates. And we're going around our ship. Oh, and they can join like that? So then I can uninstall this guy and have both of them being put in there if I wanted to. There we go. And they can overlap like this, so even though it looks funny, it's working. Now we're getting our steel plates, which will allow me to build this bad boy, the small chemical processor. Now we got a little bit of floors here, so we gotta build a house, but where to do it? I guess here's as good as any. So it's day 6 and we're finally getting proper lodging. That looks kind of strange though. Oh, I put wooden roofs down. Great. That's hilarious. Sort of sad. Wait, that says wood floor. I did make wood floors. I don't see wood roofs anywhere. Maybe it's because it's a flat surface? Oh, you're supposed to level them down. All right, so this is where the house is gonna be, right next to the rocket platform, because reasons. And we still don't have this, do we? We're still missing some pieces. The steel plates. We have 33. We're getting there, slowly but surely. definitely needs some work. But that being said, I feel like we've laid some pretty good foundations here in Dawn Apart. So if you guys want to see more, well, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, you can find out more and get Dawn Apart yourself using the link in the video description below. And once again, thank you to Dawn Apart for sponsoring today's video.